YouTube, what's happening? We back again with another installment of the Full Strength. We've been away for a minute when it came to the Jordan game, but we finally caught a win on one. You feel me? We're gonna be looking at the military 4's. Didn't hit on the shock drop, but was able to hit on the official release. And if you're new to the Full Strength channel, what we do, we take a look at Jordans, Nikes, Jordans, all that. Occasionally you'll get a designer piece here and there. And we ask the number one question, is it worth the full strength? Maybe asking yourself, what is the full strength? That is the retail price. These retail at $215, the full strength. Resale, anything over $215 resale, we don't advocate for that. But anything over retail is the super full strength, rather, excuse me. Now, we got the Fire Red 4's right here on standby, just to compare the quality. We don't have the reimagined breads because those weren't mine, but I'll include a link to that when we looked at the quality. And oh, it's not even in there. The quality on these was trash. They were horrible. The leather was flimsy. It was terrible. So if it's somewhere in between this and the reimagined 4, I'll be happy with that. So let's go ahead and take a look. So let's slide that out the way real quick. All right, my box arrived with a little damage here, but whatever. It's probably gonna get that in the closet. Size 13. Military blue. Now, I wonder why they're calling them industrial in the official joints in all of the marketing. But it says military on the box. That's weird, but whatever. Finally happy to have them. Never owned these. Now, this is my first time seeing them, so I just pulled them out the box. So let's take a look. Yeah, they came correct. They came correct. And the leather already to the touch feels a lot different. Now I got a little bit of a blemish on my suede there. A little discoloration, but whatever. Might be able to brush that out or maybe dye that in. But yeah, at first glance, they did these justice. Now, I don't even think I've ever even seen these in the flesh. I was only 3 years old when they originally came out. So the only reference I have of these is in the Boys in the Hood movie at the end. So now one gripe, I'm not feeling that. Hold on one second. One gripe. When you buy the Air Max 90s, you get this plastic Nike Air. Has some weight to it. And you have the, I don't even know what you call this, but you have the little lanyard. Right? On the Fire Red 4's, you got this, but you got it with this. I'm not feeling this plastic retail wire. Not feeling that. Makes it seem a little cheap at $215 before tax. Yeah, Nike, y'all. I mean, come on, man. Just hit us with this. You put them in the Air Max 90 box. Just hit us with that. So off the top, that's gonna be the first gripe. Other than that, I don't have no gripes. Let's get the other shoe out. Man, trouble with the box there. All right, right shoe. Yeah, I actually like even the cut. Got a little aerodynamicness to it. I don't know what people have been saying about the shape of this one, but I'm definitely feeling the shape. Let's compare it to the fire red. Let's get the left shoe. Now it may be different because I don't have the laces in here, but see how this toe is kind of raised? It's kind of like flat. And then on this toe here, it actually has more of an angle to it, at least by my eye. That's what it looks like when I'm not looking at it through the viewfinder. Looks like it has more of a slant to it. Definitely feeling that. Let's take a look at the angle of the netting. It's going down this way. Let's see. Angles of the netting look to line up. So yeah, it looked like we true to spec OG, which is what made this a must have. I mean, again, whether you like the 4's or not, you feel me? This one, because this shoe hasn't even been retro that many times, it made it a must have. You feel me? It made it a must have. And I know people be feeling the true blue 3's, the 3 set. I would almost say these military 4's, oh man, they close. These are pretty hard. I just got to sit and admire them for a second. These is pretty hard. Yeah, this is what we talking about when we talking about OG. When we talking about original, true to form, true to spec releases. You know, if you weren't alive and when these shoes was originally coming out, like I say, these I was only 3-4 years old, so I don't have no memory of these. But in the 90s, it was an event when somebody showed up with the new Jordans. It didn't matter what color it was. It was like somebody got the new Jordans on. And you had to leave class to go see the Jordans. You had to see them in person. And, you know, there would be 3 probably different reactions. You had the immediate, yeah, they the truth. You had you kind of on the fence, and you just didn't like them. You feel me? But over time, either that color would grow on you or the model would grow on you because you would see Jordan wearing them. So a shoe like this that, again, has only been retroed a handful of times, when you compare it to, you know, any of the 11s that you want to name or any of the ones that you want to name, like this one for me, this one has a little bit of a mystique to it. It's not a lot of Jordans left, in my opinion, that have a mystique to them, because they've just, how many times are we going to buy the same shoe? Listen, I'm guilty of it because I've bought a couple of shoes up in here multiple times. So I'm not passing no judgment. But what I'm saying is there's certain shoes, Nike Air on the back, tremendous. There's certain shoes that, you know, especially when they're original, that if you haven't seen them a lot, they still hold a little bit of that mystique of like, oh damn, them is the military 4's right there. I think I was in college when they retro the first time, I think, but it had the Jordan on the back, the Jordan Air, the color really, it was off. They really didn't do it right. You know what I'm saying? So this here, holding these in the hand, I should have bought 2 of these. This might have been double up worthy. Because I know I think they had a restock today. I'm gonna probably keep my eyes on a restock, and get a second pair, because I think these are worthy of having a pair to wear and a pair to keep on ice. Now, as you can see, I normally, on my 4's, I take the laces out of mine. Pro tip for you: if you like to keep your Nike Air or your insole stamp, if you like to keep it crispy, you can't really see it because of the light. But you take a little bit of Scotch tape, you might be able to see it there. You take some Scotch tape and you just lay it over the top. And like I say, I go to the gym in these. I've hooped in these a couple of times. Your stamp stays pure, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's probably what I'm gonna do with these whenever I do decide to wear them. I'm gonna take the laces out, get me a little bit of Scotch tape. And Scotch probably isn't the right word, but it's the clear tape. You know what I'm talking about, that comes on the packages. You take some of that and then you put it inside right there on the Nike Air, and it'll always be there, at least in my experience. And I've done that probably on 20, 25 shoes that I've worn. Man, there's really not much to say. This is 5 stars right here. It's 5 stars. Is it worth the full strength if you can get them at retail? Yes, they are. 110%. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. 110%. The quality like it feels on the militaries, it feels thicker here, but that could just be because I've worn these. But the leather in the toe box definitely feels a lot more sturdy than the toe box on these Fire Reds. So the Fire Reds is probably one of the worst Jordans that I've ever bought. That particular release. I like the shoe. It's a comfortable shoe, but in terms of quality and construction, the Fire Red wasn't hitting on nothing. These right here definitely feel a lot more premium. It feels like they took their time with these. And at $215, and again, real briefly, $215 is high. And y'all know that these 17s is coming out with the briefcase, and I've touched on it before. That's a test run. That's a test run to see, is the $300 sneaker gonna fly? I'm not gonna tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. But if the $300 17 in the briefcase sells out, it's going to be a matter of time before you get the $300 11. And I can tell you right now, $300 11 is going to be a no-go for me. In order for a $300 11 to make sense, because see, you got to imagine now, for me, I'm from the era of the countdown packs. I was in college when the countdown packs came out. I had the 11 and 12 countdown pack. I had the 10 and 13 countdown pack, and I split the 10 I split the 9 and 14 pack with somebody. So I had a couple of the countdown packs, and I think I got the 19s. I split that with somebody. 300, they was 300 back then. So it was a 150 a shoe. So for Nike to be slowly but surely, again, we at 215 now. I feel like these used to be 195-ish, 205, something like that. When you get into the 300 range, I would need a retro card on the inside of the box. I would need an extra set of laces with the Jordan metal tips on the inside of the box. I would need the box to be OG, whatever the model is, that it came in the OG box from that era. I would need that. Let's see. I would need some sort of plastic hang tag of some sort, something quality. I would need real shoe trees in the box. Sometimes the ones that come in the 11, the little plastic shoe trees, but not even that. Jordan would need to come with some sort of wood version of a shoe tree. And I'm sure I can think of a few more things, but at $300 for a pair of sneakers, that's going to be a no-go for your boy. And we slowly but surely getting there. And if y'all notice, they hitting us with a lot of, in the next 12 months, you're going to be able to get that fire. Like if you've been out the game 4, 5, 6 years, maybe you sold your collection off or whatever, this is the year to get your closet back on point. And for me, this is probably, I might be rounding third base coming on home to the point where aside from a few pieces, it ain't really nothing else for me to have. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just from a price standpoint. You feel me? We're going to do another video. I was able to come up on the 85 lows, the neutrals, and that was an excellent price, $185. You feel me? They might have been cheaper than that. but excellent price. It might have been 160 or something like that. But and they didn't sell out instantly. But when I seen them, I was like, okay, they OG. Yeah, let me go ahead and get that. And it sure enough, most of the sizes is gone now. But that's where I'm at. It's got to be OG, or the colorway has to be something phenomenal. But if you're on the fence, if you slept, if you missed the shock drop, if you missed the official release, and if this is the first time you're seeing a review on these, 5 stars. If you a four head, that I don't know, maybe that don't sound right. But if you into the 4's, yeah, you gonna want these in your collection. The suede feels premium. The color looks, I mean, it looks like they got the color right. Got the flight tag. Yeah, I mean, everything. Nothing really to talk about, man. Air Jordan Military 4, 5 stars, worth the full strength. Now, is it worth resale? Lastly, before we wrap up, see, that's a hard one. That's a hard one for me. Why is it a hard one? Something like this wouldn't ever be worth resale. When you're talking about quality, even though it's an OG color, all of that, they kind of Nike really didn't do these justice, right? Okay, so let's put that out the way. Craftsmanship, quality aside, this one meets that bar. It meets that threshold. You got the OG box, you got the OG colors, you got all that. And I wish I had my tablet in here to see if they had a couple of sizes in stock. They're probably going to restock these 1 or 2 more times. If your notification game is on point, you shouldn't have to resort to paying resale for these. With that being said, are they worth resale? Let's say you slept, you've been wanting these is a grail for you, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, these would be worth that. But I couldn't go higher than, now hold on now. Now, what is this? Let's see, that's what I'm talking about right there. But that still doesn't change the ranking. I may be able to hit that with a suede cleaner. But you got a little blemish there. Not real happy about that. Both my blemishes is on the outside of the shoe. That's actually the same shoe where that one was. But yeah, check this one real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to brush this suede out. But yeah, resale. If you just got to have them, yeah. But I'm not going higher than 275. Definitely not going higher than 300. It really ain't too many that's worth 300. It ain't too many, and these is close. I may touch on that in the next video when I review these lows, these one lows. Maybe let me sleep on them because I literally just pulled these out the box. But they worth the full strength. 215, no question. Gotta have them. So that'll do it for this installment of the full strength. Appreciate y'all again. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that. Hope you was able to secure you a pair if you wanted them. And I know we got the Space Jam lows coming. I'm probably gonna pass on those. But it's some other things that's on the radar that we're gonna try to come up on. So that'll do it. Again, appreciate y'all. Hope y'all enjoying your week, getting closer to the weekend. And yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one.